Here's a new way to make professional-looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating.
MrBeast might have just created the one thing that could finally ruin everything he built. For years, Jimmy Donaldson was the closest thing YouTube had to a superhero, the philanthropist, the innovator, the guy who cracked the algorithm and still gave millions away. But that image, the one he spent nearly a decade perfecting, may have just shattered. Not because he lied, not because he scammed anyone, but because he tried to automate the very thing that made him different: his mind, his thumbnails, his formula. And in doing so, he might have exposed just how far he's drifted from what made him relatable in the first place. The story begins in the quietest way imaginable: a product drop. No video, no spectacle, just a tweet. MrBeast unveiled what he called a groundbreaking AI thumbnail generator, a tool that would allow any creator to instantly generate a MrBeast-style thumbnail. And not just any thumbnail. These were trained on his data, his years of A/B testing, his face, his colors, his style. According to the pitch, this tool would empower small creators by giving them access to the kind of psychological performance design that only Jimmy had mastered. But to everyone else, it looked like something much darker: mass production of the YouTube aesthetic, with zero originality and even less soul. The tool launched, people tried it, and the response was immediate. Creators across Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube began to notice something disturbing. The AI-generated thumbnails didn't just borrow the MrBeast look. They were practically clones, dozens of them. Identical faces, fonts, arrows, explosions, and exaggerated shock reactions. And not just of MrBeast's content. People noticed that the AI had started mimicking their own thumbnails. One creator found that the tool had replicated the exact style of a thumbnail they'd uploaded weeks earlier. Another said the AI recreated their branding with just a title and a few prompts. In less than 24 hours, the internet was on fire. What was marketed as a way to help creators was now being called a tool to steal their work. Small creators, the exact people this tool was supposedly built for, were the first ones it was replacing. And overnight, MrBeast went from YouTube's most beloved creator to a symbol of everything wrong with the platform. The accusations weren't subtle. People were calling him out for destroying originality, turning YouTube into a content sweatshop, and worst of all, being a hypocrite. For years, MrBeast was the guy who claimed success only came from hard work. That you had to test 100 thumbnails, study retention, go frame by frame to find the perfect cut. He prided himself on the grind. And now, he was offering creators a shortcut through a tool that just copied what already worked.
To show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you can also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just gonna simply type in, change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy.
And the irony didn't stop there, because in trying to help others mimic his success, he unintentionally revealed that his formula could be mimicked. That all the precision, the thumbnail science, the A/B testing, wasn't as personal or creative as it seemed. It was just data. It was replicable. And once fans realized that, it shattered the illusion that MrBeast was operating on some higher plane. Maybe he wasn't a genius. Maybe he just had a really good system. And now, that system was up for sale. The backlash became overwhelming. Threads with hundreds of thousands of likes were trashing the tool. YouTubers, big and small, were speaking out. Some posted screenshots of thumbnails made by the AI that looked suspiciously close to existing videos. Others pointed out that this could permanently flatten the visual diversity of YouTube, with every creator now spitting out the same bright, formulaic designs. And MrBeast? He didn't exactly help himself. His first response was defensive, brushing off the criticism as overblown. He claimed the tool was meant to help creators win, and that people were just misunderstanding it. But that only made things worse, because it confirmed what many already feared, that MrBeast wasn't listening, that he was too far removed from the people he once claimed to represent. For the first time, people started asking, what if MrBeast isn't the savior of YouTube? What if he's the problem now? The pressure reached a breaking point just 5 days after launch. MrBeast announced he was shutting down the AI thumbnail tool entirely. In a tweet, he wrote, "Didn't expect this much backlash. Gonna take a step back and rethink how we do this. Appreciate the feedback." And just like that, the product was dead. But here's the thing. The damage wasn't the tool. It was what the tool revealed. Because this wasn't just about thumbnails, it was about trust. MrBeast had always positioned himself as the people's creator, a guy who gave back, who didn't sell out, who was one of us. But releasing an AI tool that could copy people's work and flood the algorithm with synthetic, optimized garbage, that felt like something YouTube executives would do, not Jimmy. Some fans tried to defend him, saying the tool was misunderstood, but others weren't so forgiving. They pointed to a bigger trend, MrBeast's growing obsession with scaling. He now runs multiple channels in different languages, employs a full staff of thumbnail designers, editors, writers, and operates more like a tech startup than a creator. And while his numbers are still massive, the vibe is changing. His recent videos have been criticized for feeling soulless, overproduced, cold, like they're made for the algorithm, not for people. And there's something deeply symbolic about that. MrBeast built an empire by mastering the YouTube system, but now he's trying to automate it. Replace creativity with AI, replace personality with efficiency. And in doing so, he might have revealed the very thing people have always feared about YouTube. That once you get big enough, you stop being a creator and start being a factory. The AI tool wasn't just a product failure. It was a cultural moment, a turning point, because it showed the cracks in the MrBeast brand. That maybe Jimmy isn't the humble kid from North Carolina anymore. Maybe he's the CEO of YouTube, unofficially. And maybe, just maybe, he cares more about being the biggest than being the best. Time will tell if this actually affects his career. Maybe in a few months no one will remember. Or maybe this will be remembered as the moment everything started to unravel. Because MrBeast didn't just release a tool, he revealed his blueprint. And now, the mystique is gone. He's no longer the guy who figured out the secret. He's the guy who tried to sell it. And that might be his biggest mistake yet.